So when I first decided to write this, it was a lot of questioning whether I should or not. And it was based on looking to a lot of my mentors on whether I should do it. For me, at first, I really didn't want to do it. I really didn't want to write a book. And I didn't want to share some of my darkest issues, I guess. But I knew in writing it, it would show people, resilience, and it'd show people that we're human. And sometimes we do things that we're not really proud of, but we can be redeemed. And that's a big part of the book. That's something I didn't really get to share with a lot of people, is how much my brothers helped me through my journey. And it's just amazing what they did for me, and then the support the community's given for y'all to be here today, and ever since then. So it's just been a true blessing to have such great people by my side and to know that. So I just want to say thank you. And I'm new to this. I'm very new to this. So if I start sweating, I swear I won't pass out. And if I do, don't call an ambulance. I don't have medical insurance, so just pour water on me. I'll get up sooner or later. And I did one signing, and what I noticed is I wanted to read the book, but hopefully you guys are going to read it. So I'm just going to read a quick part about it that I really enjoy. And when I look back, I read this part, and I know it was worth writing this book. And it just speaks so much to why I wrote it, and to what I'm going through, and as a community, what we've been through. It's not just me, it's not just the families, it's all of us that lost such great men. And it's more than honoring them, it's just continuing their legacy and just being able to share their stories and be able to have those funny moments that I can share with you guys, so that can help you better understand who they are. And for me to be able to remember them, it was very influential for me to write this book. So I'm gonna go to I get this backwards every time. I'm gonna wait till I get there. The epilogue. I'm gonna go to the epilogue. It's page 273, and I'm just gonna read the epilogue. And I think we all know what Prescott's like, and so to be able to share this is huge for me. And once again, thank you for coming today. And I look forward to talking with you guys and signing later. I love that one-on-one time, getting to know everyone's story. And I'll shut up and read. So, the Pioneer Home Cemetery sits high on a hill in Prescott. It was once the site of a retirement home for the early settlers, gunfighters, saloon piano players, and miners who came to Arizona in the 1800s during its blood and thunder days and built the state. Many of those pioneers are buried in plots that dot the hilltop overlooking the city. In a separate section, gathered into a memorial made of granite and bronze, are the graves of my brothers, the Yarnell 19. I go there when I can, not too often to be honest. It's painful, still, more than I can describe. What happens when I first walk up to the bronze memorial plaques laid out in rectangle is that I remember the rain we had that day we dedicated the memorial. I see the faces of the families from the funerals. I went to each funeral, remember each one vividly. I just walk around the memorial and let the memories come. I couldn't stop them if I tried. I can't stop the pain I feel. I just let it happen. Aunts, mothers, fathers, daughters. I see all their faces it's like I can hear them crying all over again. But I love this place in a way. I told my family I want to be buried here. That was an easy call. Many of the loved ones of the guys have said the same thing. They want to lie next to their son when the time comes. I want to be with my brothers. That's where home has been for me ever since I met them. I want my grandkids to come visit and see my name and then read about the other guys and hear stories about what kind of men they were. There's stone benches for them to sit on. That gives me comfort, imagining my grandson sitting there and my daughter telling him what his grandpa did and how the other men gave their lives for their work and each other. There's no point in remembering me without remembering Eric, Jesse, and Chris and Travis and the rest of the boys. Because without them, I would have been a different man, a far less honorable person. Is it strange at 23 years old to think about my burial plot? Not for me. It's a continuation of what I feel now. I think about the guys every day. I talk to them. There's not a day that goes by that I don't encounter a situation where a lesson one of the Granite Mountain guys taught me comes to mind. It could be how to treat every moment with Michaela like it could be my last. It could be about trying to be honest and fair with everyone I meet, or giving people a chance like Eric did for me. Do I always live up to their memories? Hell no. I mess up all the time, but I never had that ideal to try and reach before. Now I do. Those guys are with me as much as my daughter or my mother is, so I look forward to being alongside them for good. Therapy has gotten me here, talking through that day, Yarnell, and untangling the emotions that come with it. I'll never lose the horrible memories I have, but I can change the way I feel about them. The counseling I've had isn't like surgery. It doesn't remove the pain the way a surgeon removes the cancerous tumor. I've accepted that I'll always have flashbacks of June 30th, 2013. The memorials, the faces, the crinkly feel of those orange body bags, they're part of me. But I've been allowed to grieve these men now. I've accepted that I couldn't have saved them no matter what I did. For so long, I felt that Eric and the other guys gave me so much that I owed them something in their final moments, that I needed to save them the way they saved me. But I didn't do that, and that's what hurts the most. But that's not what happened. What happened was a wildfire that ran out of control. I didn't fail my brothers, and they didn't abandon me. The people who chose the location for Pioneers Home Cemetery knew what they were doing. It's a peaceful place. The wind blows across the hilltop, and all you can hear is the leaves fluttering in the trees and the flags snapping on their poles. It's just the blue sky and granite and their faces etched into the bronze. You're alone up there, but you're not alone. Before I leave, I give one last look to the bronze plates, see what the families or strangers have left. Stuffed toys, little bottles of whiskey or bourbon in memory of night with one of the guys years ago, most likely. Sometimes veterans leave their medals they earned overseas. Firefighters from all over the country leave their patches in remembrance. It would surprise you how many Americans still have their guys close to hearts. When I'm up there, I do feel that my brothers are at peace. There are even times I envy that. I'm not at peace yet, but it will come one day that I know. After an hour or so at Pioneers Home, I get in my pickup truck and I drive. I'll let the memories fade away for the moment, and I head home and pick up Michaela, tell her about my day. Only by learning to live with what happened in Yarnell and accepting the gifts that my brothers gave me can I be with the people I love. I understand that now. It was a hard lesson to learn. I wrote that because I know I'm not the only person in this room that feels it. I wrote it because I wasn't the only one struggling. I know many of us feel the same. But the one thing that helps us get up every morning is their stories. Their smile, their laughter, their dignity, and their duty to our community. And that's what carries me on, and I know that's what carries on a lot of people. And it's hard to put into words, but I can't say it enough. Thank you for being there for me and the families and being a part of honoring them. And it wouldn't have been the same in Phoenix or in San Diego or anywhere else, because this is our town. This is where we come from, and we don't let people forget the ones we love. Not my brothers, not our veterans, not our police, not our fire, not our EMS. Our town doesn't let people forget. Thank you so much.